Hi guys, welcome back to Dimitra's Dishes. So today I'm going to teach you how to make ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese just needs about 4 ingredients and that's it. And they are whole milk, make sure you use whole milk, not skim or low fat or anything like that. Heavy whipping cream, a little bit of sea salt, and a little bit of either white wine vinegar or freshly squeezed lemon juice. Okay, so that's all you need. You could use either or. I'm using white wine vinegar today. So I'm going to put my milk and my cream and my sea salt into my saucepan, and I'm just going to bring this all up to a boil. I'm just going to stir it and let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, I'm just going to add my vinegar to it. Alright, so once the milk and cream and salt come to a boil, and they boil all the way up to the top, turn it off. Put in your vinegar or your lemon juice, whatever you're using. Give it a nice stir. And then leave it alone off the heat for about 5 minutes, and it's going to start to curdle up. Then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so once it sits for about 5 minutes, you're going to see that it started to separate and curdle up, and that's where you want it to be. It kind of looks spoiled, and that's because it's separating. The curds and the whey are separated. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how I'm going to pour it through this sieve, and then it'll just sit there and strain for a little while. Okay, so now what you need is a strainer or a colander, anything that you have. A bowl that the strainer can sit on top of that's bigger than it, and make sure that the bottom of the strainer is not touching the bottom of the bowl, because the whey is going to strain out, and you don't want it to continue to keep the cheese that's going to be inside the strainer wet. You want it to kind of dry out, and you're going to put either a cheesecloth. I don't have a cheesecloth with me today, so I'm using a clean handkerchief. You could use a clean kitchen towel, really whatever you have. You're going to pour the mixture through here. Don't get burned, it's really hot. And then let it sit for about an hour. I'm going to cover it up. It's going to sit out at room temperature, and all of the liquid, the whey, is going to drain out and sit on the bottom, and it's going to become this nice, thick, and creamy ricotta cheese that is ready to use right away, or you can leave it in your refrigerator up until about like 5 days to a week. It'll stay pretty fresh. Already, lots of the liquid is draining on the bottom. So I'll strain out some of it, since this bowl is not that deep. And I'll keep checking on it, making sure that it's not sitting in its own way. And I'll keep straining it out. So I'm going to leave it alone for an hour, and it's going to have thickened up, and it's just going to be beautiful. I'm going to show you what it looks like after an hour. All right, so the ricotta has drained for about an hour, and it's gotten really nice and thick. This is some of the liquid. It's about 2 cups of whey that that has drained, and you could throw that out, or you could save it and put it in other recipes. But this ricotta is so delicious and creamy. Let me put it in here. I'm going to put it in my container now, and it's going to sit in the fridge because I'm not going to use it right away, and it's going to thicken even more. But since it's so fresh and so yummy, and there are no stabilizers in here, it'll only last for about 4 to 5 days in your refrigerator. So try to make it when you know you're going to use it, in the near future. This is what it looks like. You could eat it just like this, as is. Pour some olive oil and salt, pepper, and herbs on it, and dip some bread and just eat it. There are lots of recipes on my website that you can use homemade ricotta with. Go to www.dimitrasdishes.com, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.